Duj. Welcome to the 112th episode of CandidConversations. And today we have a man celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month by the name of Mike Mountain. That's a colossal name. That is a colossal name, I'm not going to lie. And the alliteration, too. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know. I like to talk about marketability when it comes to names and stuff for a little bit. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I can just picture, like, just if you don't already have a logo, literally just stacking microphones on top of microphones until
that's funny because I'm gonna tell you some shit that's really gonna trip you up.
Okay.
Michael Mountain is my real name.
Say word.
Word is bond, son. Word to mother.
Oh man.
And I decided to call myself Mike as in microphone because I saw how like people was getting like always wanted to get like 4 or 5 mics in the source.
Mm-hmm.
So one time I went I went under a different rap name when I went to the Source Awards back in 99 or 98, 99. Not Source Awards, it was a Source freestyle competition at Landover Mall in Prince George's County, Maryland, in the DC area. And I went to a Source freestyle competition, and that's when I decided to change my name to Mike Mountain because I was like, I want a mountain of mics. Like, give me a mountain. I'm so good. Like, I was so braggadocious. I was like, give me a mountain of mics. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez. What are the odds? What are the odds?
So I like how you already knew what that was about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I just thought it was a dope alias. I didn't know it was the actual name. Like that's movie star quality right there.
Man, I ain't no movie star, but I appreciate that, bro.
No problem. We're all actors in our own movie. As an artist, I firmly believe that.
That's true. That's true. And our eyes are the cameras.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Holy. All right. So I gotta shout out MJ Savino because she's the one who made the connection.
Peace, MJ, to the heart.
Yeah, 3-time award-winning publicist. Like when I first started talking to her, it was only 2.
One of the best.
Yeah, man. And her repertoire, her catalog is like I said, I'm humbled to be able to work with people that work with someone of that caliber.
That's a bridge I'm not trying to burn, B.
I'm telling you, if that needs maintenance or restructuring, let me know before it starts to crumble in any way.
That's right. That's right. Fix the levees.
Mm-hmm.
Fix the levee so we don't lose that. We don't want to lose her.
No, definitely. Yeah. So how long, like, when did you guys meet? Because like I'm gonna eventually have her on the show, so I'm trying to pull a little bit of a background on her as well from people that know her directly. So like, how did that relationship start?
Well, I was referred to her by my man. He's a rap legend, actually. His name is Vic the Boom Baptist.
Okay.
He used to go by the name of Mr. I forgot what his name was back in the day, but he did this song called "I Drink Old Gold," and he was a good friend of mine. He still is. We just don't talk as much anymore. But he said that if you're looking for a publicist, I got somebody for you. He put me on to her. We negotiated a price for a package. I was so satisfied that I said I'm gonna come back. And when I came back, I paid like 3 times as much money because I was like, you know what, MJ Hip Hop Connects is where it's at. I was very satisfied. So you know what I'm saying, I was more than happy to spend out that cheese. You know.
And the name rings true. You know what I mean? She's been connecting me to people she's known through hip hop since I've known her, and very humble. There's people, like I said, that get to a point in life and they forget where they came from. You know what I mean? I literally moved once I got to a point in my life. I moved back to where I came from to remind myself. You know what I mean? And she just seems like that kind of person where it's like no matter how far she goes, she's gonna know or show love for where she came from. She described
She
herself
keep it
as
real.
just a girl who loves hip hop.
She keep it real. She keep it real. She keep it real.
Yep. Y'all see me swinging at stuff. Apparently, there's insects that like to interfere with me during the podcast. I was perfectly fine for the hour and a half leading up to this. Didn't see a damn thing. Now all of a sudden there's this fly that just wants my damn attention. So if you see me swatting at something, I'm not losing it. There's a fly. Gotta give a disclaimer. So all right. How long have you been doing this, and what got you started?
Well, I've been doing it. I've been doing it. Excuse me. Put this shit out. I've been doing it professionally since I was 15 years. Well, I've been publishing my music since I was 26. So I say since 2007, I put my music on all platforms.
Okay.
But I've been doing it. I've been recording professional music since I was 15 years old. So that was since like 93, 94.
Okay.
93, 94. And I was recording in what we call pre-production studios, where we had Tascam 4 tracks and 8 tracks.
Okay.
And you know, they were like basically they would split cassette tapes into like 4 different layers or 8 different layers where you could you know, put different sounds and different voices on them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what we have today with Pro Tools. Just, you know, with an actual cassette tape. It was analog equipment. And
Yep.
we had, you know, keyboards. We had the Yamaha PSR 400 that we used. Very simple equipment. We did what we did. That was even before we got the rolling workstation. So, you know, we worked from the ground up. I met other kids that I was in high school with that was doing it, and that's how I started. And from then, you know, we was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I would hang around the kids that had the same interests as mine, and we did the same thing. You know, some kids hung with the jocks and, you know, played football. Some other kids hang with the kids that, you know, did this and did whatever. But I was the one that hung around the rap crew. You know, the ones that did the music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's
Since
what's up.
93, 94, 93, 94.
That's what's up. That's when 93 was when I first played an instrument.
Word,
So
word. What did you play?
I played the trumpet.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. It's always been a fun instrument to play. And like when I realized that I revisited it, and I realized a plastic trumpet doesn't sound as good as a brass trumpet. So I kind of worked my way back up to the brass one. And now I just gotta, you know, practice it more because I just love the way it sounds when you get the notes at the right pitch. So,
what type of music do you like to play?
I like playing a little bit of jazz. You know what I mean? I like the brass stabs kind of thing.
So you can make a smooth transition to salsa.
Yes.
I think that will fit you perfectly.
Okay. Yeah. I just gotta remember the chord, not the chords, but the key signatures.
I know nothing about that, bro.
Yeah. It's I've studied music theory from I was 8 till 25, 26. I still practice it now, but it's been something that I've I'd say been infatuated with since I was young, because I see how music can move people and affect people. It's a very infectious kind of thing when it's done the right way. So like there's songs that are timeless, like Feeling Hot. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people who know that song across the globe. But then, you know, that's an older song, but still. What song
Across the
or
globe
what
by who?
pardon?
By who?
Oh man, I think it's Burning Flames.
See, I should know this because I sample. You know what I'm saying? I should know this.
Mm,
I should know these things.
okay, okay. And if you sample, then like we should talk on another level. I could probably get you some of my like playing, my stronger playing, and then you can throw that in a mix or something like that. I'm sure you have your resources or your connections, but it's always good to.
Yeah, I
I
got my
like,
engineer.
yeah. Pardon?
I got my engineer. He can lay down anything that you play. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? We could definitely work that out. Actually, I just did a song called El Gato where he took the horns off of a salsa song and off a famous salsa song by Joe Arroyo. And
okay.
so that would go perfect if you played something and we did some jazzy shit or something. You know what I mean? That
Mm-hmm.
would go perfect because he knows he's an audio technician. You know, shout
Okay.
out to my man DJ E Rex, aka Mr. Scratch Hook. Y'all can check him out at MrScratchHook.com. He engineered my whole album, Mas Piragua, the whole album. He did all the scratches and he produced a few tracks on there. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. He does mixes and masters for a good price. Check him out, MrScratchHook.com. I had to give him an endorsement real quick. You know what I'm saying? He's been supporting me for the longest for a long time now.
Okay. Okay. And you know what? That's good too. That you're shouting out the that you're shouting out the producer. They're often unsung heroes, you know what I mean? So, and the
Yeah,
engineer.
gotta shout out the homie.
I am looking here to see what the next date is for the Terrell Effect that's open. Because you're talking about your album and I want to feature it. And the first day I have is December 4th. If that works with your schedule, I can book you for that day. But that should
What does it consist of?
basically it's a Saturday at 12 p.m. where I get music from the artists that I feature during the show, and then I play some of the other music from the catalog in like a mix.
That's what's up. I'm there.
Okay.
There. December 4th, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm
All
there.
right.
I'll put it I'll give you my email so you can send me an invite so I can put it in my calendar.
Okay.
I'll send you an email on Facebook, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So you can lock me in your contacts and all that good stuff, you know?
Definitely. How can I find you on Instagram?
I'm at the real Mike Mountain. That's THEMIC. No. THEREALMICMOUNTAIN. MICMOUNTAIN. The real Mike Mountain.
Yep. Following you on there. So,
Got you,
boom.
Culture Shop.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna follow you right back.
All right. And then I'm going to follow you on this one too because, things are going.
Oh yeah. I got a skit on this joint. I got a skit on the first Pete Agua album. The reason why I came out was with my Pete Agua was because I had to come out with a follow up to the first Pete Agua joint.
Okay.
And on there I got a skit where I'm playing this old Spanish dude that owns a bodega, and I'm talking shit to this West Indian dude, like he's like what a Juan. I'm like, Juan, you want to know who's Juan? Tell Juan he owes me money, and we just going back and forth, and it's so funny, man. It's
Oh,
hilarious, bro.
oh
It's
shit.
hilarious.
Oh man. That's kind of like the premise of Culture Shock. I have this like I haven't done it in a minute because I've been juggling a whole bunch of other things and writing down ideas for like the show that I want to do around it and not wanting to like release too much of the content before then. But it's
Right.
basically like what you did, but It's called Conflicts of a Jamaican Canadian Conscience, or Culture Shock for short.
Right.
And what I do is I have because when I was growing up, I was like, oh, I'm Jamaican. My parents, not my parents, my family was like, no, you're born in Canada, you're Canadian. So then as I grew, I was like, okay, I'm Canadian. Then the other part of my family is like, no, you're Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Your parents are from Jamaica. So it's just like, okay, am I Canadian or Jamaican? Conflicts of a Jamaican Canadian conscience. I'm technically both. So Jamaican or Jamaican. So so I put these skits together. One was like how we react to our children, kind of thing. So it's like the Canadian child was in the background like me, 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 me. And then the Canadian father's just like, Ariana, kid's still going, Ariana, kid's still going. So you flash to the Jamaican side. It's like you hear the kid going, me, 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 me. It's like, Ariana. Because you know the Caribbean, we throw that bass in our voice.
Right.
You know?
Good morning, good evening.
you see it.
Yeah.
You see it. So, and then she stops. So just like, yeah, all right, cool. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
And like I did so many different episodes of it, and it's just funny to see the reactions and like how well it was received. But
Nice.
Yeah, I just did it as a thing to see how it would work, and it kind of showed that it would. So now I wanna scale it up a bit, but I'm gonna need to reach out to people across the world, because
you may have just talked to the right person, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do 2D animation.
Talk to me, fam.
I do anime actually.
My daughter loves anime. Actually,
you know what I'm saying? We could, I give you a special price. We could do a series. You know, we could do a little, a commercial for like an intro or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? We can start off small. We could, however you want to start.
I know a man right now that if I say I know someone who does anime, he might tweak. He might tweak because he's all the way into it. You know what I mean? Shout out to DK Lonely. He's a monster of a producer. In the last year here, he's produced over 200 compositions, I want to say.
What?
Like from making the beat to making the track, at least, and that's 200 that I've seen. That's not even counting what he has on his laptop, what he has in other studios. You know what I mean?
Word.
The man's a beast. So, but yeah, no, definitely
work, man.
The gears are turning.
I've done music videos before. I've done music for new crack era artist, Aunt Millie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've done music videos for Thurston Howe the Third. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I do stuff like that. I learned myself. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit in college, but because they rush you through them online classes, you really don't get the grasp of it. So I had to go and take courses and shit. So I would say it's self-taught, but I didn't teach myself. I just invested in the tutoring to learn it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. That's
so I didn't say I taught myself, but I did learn a lot from like YouTube, and I bought like an anime course. I bought like an animation course for like $40. That was like worth like with all them video tutorials and files, like it's worth more than that. I'm telling you, it's worth more than $40. And then I took online tutoring to really get like a grasp of what I was doing, so somebody could explain to me how to use this program called Adobe Animate, which used to be called Flash. They used it to do South Park.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes, I
saying?
remember this. Yeah. I think I might have got the same course that you did. Did it come with the master suite?
No,
Oh,
I didn't. It was the course that I got was called Blip or for damn, I forgot what that joint was called. It was called like it was basically like some Spanish dude. It's like dude from Spain, some white dude
okay.
from Spain. Like he had like he had this thick accent, but he was speaking in English,
Okay.
and he just had like these video tutorials, and he had these little files that came with it, these little flash files. I mean these anime files
Okay.
that you could like take apart and learn from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I give it to anybody that wants it.
Okay. All
You know what I'm
right. All
saying?
right. Because I have access to a course too that's pretty nice. Um,
It's
it's
one of those master classes.
yeah, the master class for the master suite of Adobe.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's no joke right there.
No, it's not at all. So yeah, that's definitely something that I'm working through Photoshop right now, and all the things I've learned in Photoshop, I've stepped my game up like tenfold. So the things that
Right.
I'm gonna like, the things that I still have to learn for the other programs, I'm
Yeah.
laughing because it's like there's so much to do that can improve what I'm doing as I do
Yeah.
it. So,
Word. 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 Word.
hmm
Word. Word. That's true. It's always you always improve as you do it. That's how you perfect your style. You know.
yeah,
That's
that's
how you do it.
it's a definite thing. Iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? And
Still sharp and still.
yeah, we're here.
Yes.
I'm on the 13th issue of the Culture Shock magazines. It is a magazine for the scene, for those who are unseen in the scene. And this month we are talking about Crooked Control, and we're also talking about Devin and Errol from the Caribbean Gulf Social. We got, oh man, we got articles in there from several talented authors, including Alicia Ali, as well as a couple of pieces by yours truly. So, shout outs to the new additions to the working circle, we'll call it. Um, Laura Lynn from No Half Measures Images. She's signed on for this issue to, produce some of her images and write an article, which she's already submitted well ahead of the deadline. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So yeah, just have to do that little plug right there. Check out sharetheshock.ca/issue-13. And yeah, we'll talk about future articles featuring yourself. Cause yeah, I like to, bridge
Appreciate
the
it.
gap.
Whatever I have to do, monetarily or whatever to help support, let me know. Whatever donation you need for that. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but Alexa's talking to me, and I'm trying to make sure I don't buy something I don't need right now. Okay, cool.
Man, it's hot as fucking here, bro.
Yo, I'm feeling the heat right now, and it's just like, okay, I'm not complaining because it's about to get colder than a motherfucker. Where
It's
are
too
you
much
located?
melanin in the room right now. It's too much melanin in the room, yo.
Yeah, man. That's what it
It's
is.
too much color up in here, man. You know what happens when color folks get up, it get hot.
It does. It does. It's like we just generate heat naturally. You can be
You know what
colder
I'm
than a
saying?
motherfucker. Another,
We're
like,
embodiment of light. That's what we are. We're the embodiment of light. That's what melanin is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I like the empowering conversations that this show generates. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Yeah. Feeling it.
I mean, there's just so much that can happen when people share positive energy. I mean, we just did a podcast. We just did a concert last week. No, not last week. 2 weeks ago now. No,
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been 2 weeks. It's gonna be 2 weeks this Saturday, and it was just the community came together. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the cartoon Phineas and Ferb, but that's what it felt like. Everybody just came together, made the shit happen, and then dispersed like it didn't happen at all.
Word. Just broke out like a flash mob.
Straight up. So, yeah, I'm proud of
Nice.
the community I live in. You know what I mean? Let's just keep working.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you located, if you don't mind me asking? Just to
I'm in
get
the
a
Washington D.C. area.
okay. Oh, so
Sometimes
you're in
I'm in
the
D.C. Sometimes I'm in Maryland. Sometimes I'm in Virginia. You know,
okay.
I move around. I don't like to stay in one place at one time too much.
I hear
But I'm
that.
always in the DC. But I'm always in the Washington D.C. area. I'm always in the DMV.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Now, here's a question: were you around when that madness happened at Capitol Hill?
Yeah, I was there. I actually
Oh,
put out a single from my album on that day. I put out a song called Desperado. That was a very auspicious day to put out music.
hmm.
Um, when I put out that song, I was talking about all the stuff I went through as a teenager. From basically being a delivery boy for a brief moment in time to getting in trouble in school, getting sent away to another school out of state, to you know what I'm saying, just all types of stuff, all the trauma that I went through. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as I put that song out, 2 hours later I seen on YouTube, because that's how I see TV, you know what I'm saying? I seen on YouTube that they had stormed the Capitol, man. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And that day was actually Dias de los Reyes. That was the Three Kings Day. You know what I'm saying? That's a Spanish holiday. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Celebrating the birth of Jesus and the three magi that visited him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a
Yeah.
very I would say that was a coincidence, man. You know, I would say
Yeah.
the stars was aligned for certain events that happen. It's always like that.
True. True. Oh man. Okay, so how do you plan on celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month?
I'm doing it with this whole campaign, man. Just trying to promote this album and share the gospel with the good music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let people know that you know that this music is out here and that this album is here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm,
just doing this campaign, doing these interviews, and I'm doing it all the way after, you know what I'm saying, for good measure, you
yep.
know.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Um, man, there's so much behind the art. Okay. What is one thing you know how to do that no one would ever think you're capable of?
Hmm. Wow.
Introspective reflection. Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah, because you got me thinking now, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Like I can tell you're a humble person because like you're actually thinking about it, where some people would have just been off the hot boom.
well, most
So
people don't know that I have almost photographic memory since since uh since since the time I was 2 years old.
really,
Yeah.
okay,
Most people don't know that. Only the people that know me know this because they can
okay.
never lie around me.
Oh, oh
So
shit.
like and sometimes I can be very, very, very petty when I be like, you remember when you did this 2 weeks ago? But not that's the cancer in me, you know what I'm saying? That's the
Though
cancerian. That's the
Oh
cancer. Oh, am
shit!
I calling you out? Am I calling you out?
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
You just did.
You,
You
oh
just
shit!
did.
Uh-oh.
All right.
See? You know
So,
what I
like,
mean?
where in the Cancer cloud are you?
I'm July 1st.
Okay, you're closer to the beginning. I'm July 22nd.
Oh, you on the cusp of Leo.
Yes,
You on the
sir.
cusp of Leo. So you got an ascending of Leo probably, or a moon in
Yeah.
Leo maybe.
It's almost like I'm two different people. Like I'm Cancer until the Leo cusp hits, and then I'm just ferocious for the final cycle, with like the second half of the cycle until it goes back into the Cancerian
Yeah.
kind of it's the Cancerian orbit. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's just real. People don't understand that we're mandated by stellar imperative. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're definitely controlled by the universe because we're a part of it. Just as our bodies are a macrocosm or are a microcosm of the universe, which is a macrocosm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of us.
I caught it in my
You know what I'm saying?
fingers, but I lost it as I brought my hand around. Oh man. But yeah, you're right. It's almost like we are as significant as flies to the universe, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
We're controlled by, you know, because if you think about it, that fly is more controlled by you. You control the environment more than that fly does.
yes.
The
Yes.
planets are much more bigger than we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
Yep.
know,
So
so
that's a deep thing to go into. Like the thought of manifestation. Um and it, like people manifestors are often seen as if they have some kind of psychological malfunction when they say this can happen before it happens. It's like we as artists are kind of like we are manifestors. We create things from our thoughts and actually put them forward for other people to accept or reject based on how they feel. So we're manipulators of sort because like you can make a song to make someone want to go to a party, or you can make a song to make someone want to cry. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
all
so
in how
spells.
yes,
You passing spells.
music. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Getting into
Hell
it,
yeah.
getting it. We're right here talking with Mike Mountain. I mean, we are on the 112th episode of Candid Conversations. Shout out to Private Name, Private Number for, helping spawn this. We were talking one day, and he's just like, okay, you should do a podcast. And I'm like, I'm already doing a podcast. He's like, nah, man, you need to do another podcast where you actually talk to the artists. I'm like, okay, but I talked to the artist on the podcast. He's like, no, without the music. So like, all right, true. So we're going on 3 years now into it. And yeah, I've met some interesting characters, like yourself included. So if you were to host a podcast, who would your first guest be? If you had any
It would have to
like
be my people's Thurston Howard III.
okay.
He's one of the most. I know a lot of famous people. I'm not gonna say I know a lot of famous people, but I for an ordinary person like me, I know a lot of famous people. And a lot of that is thanks to the internet. A lot of that is not. Um, like I said, it's all in the planets and the stars that things happen.
Yeah.
Nothing is coincidence. I would definitely choose Thurston Howell the third because he is the polo expert, extraordinaire, collection millionaire. Like he has every piece of polo out there, and he I would have him on the show, and he could just alone talk about polo throughout the whole show, and there would not be a dull moment.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. So put that into the universe.
I would start off with him, and then I'll figure out somebody later. You know.
All right. Okay. So that being said, and because we're at that point, do you have any questions for me? I like to, give the guest control over the podcast from time to time so that they, they feel more a part of it. So,
I'm gonna take advantage, right?
That's perfectly fine. I can't say I've prepared myself for this, but I like to believe I have.
All right, man. All right, bro. I want to know what you think about my music. So that means I want you to play one of my songs.
All right. We can do that. I will cue it up.
And because I shouted out my man Thurston Howell, he's on the first verse of this song, which is called Pa la Calle, which means for the streets.
Okay.
And this is off the album Mas Piragua, and I want everybody to check it out. So you know what I'm saying? Tengo que aprovechar. I gotta take advantage and ask my man to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. Can you spell that for me? What's it called?
PA space LA space CALLE. Pa la Calle.
Okay.
2 L's is like a Y. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that's by Mike Mountain.
Mike Mountain, yes, sir.
Boom.
Featuring Thurston Howell the third.
Thirsty Howell the third. We're gonna pull this up. No. Relax. Relax, computer. Relax. We have to cue it up. The man has to. Jeez. Technology's so rush. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to cue the things and make sure things can play proper and people can hear it, and it just wants to go on always. All right, so let's share the screen here. Thurston Howell the third on the track with Mike Mountain. Track's called Pa la Calle. Oh man, hold on. I gotta do it again. I gotta make sure I did this the right way. Because I don't think I shared the audio. Share system audio. There it is, bam. There we go. Share. All right. Boom.
Thurston Howell. Oh, Mike Mountain. Know what we came to do, man. Spanglish, man. I speak the Spanglish. If you don't know by now, you don't know. I don't say nothing no more. Nothing. It's not my business. Pa la calle for the riots, looters starting fires, the messiahs, the fighters, liars that'll try us, spoon-fed raw moose head, trying to be my student, collard greens and Cool Whip, proudly meet my new chick, this street love, mean mugs, New York City clean thugs, hoop deep with the mink rub, smoke something, drink up, club hopping, party crash, brown bag, Bacardi stash, can't get in without no mask, off the track, artifacts, Times Square, flash mob, rocket shit, blast off, American flag like Jimmy Crack Con. I don't care, I don't scare, I ain't going nowhere. Life's a bitch, but she rich and I'm her chauffeur. Athlete on track meets, on flying trapeze. Had horses and stampedes and stuff put on his bellies. Que te falta una malta, round trips to España. Rice and beans and lasagna, proper piece of that ganja.
This is something for the street.
Pa la calle.
We bringing you something unique.
En la casa.
This is something we get out.
En la playa.
We come to your city or town.
En la troca.
This is something for the street.
Pa la calle.
We bringing you something unique.
En la casa.
This is something we get out.
En la playa.
We come to your city or town.
En la troca.
What up, Chico? I asked this girl, she had a poppy chulo. She looked around the corner, then she pointed finger at you, yo. In DC and MD, where we 4Gs and blow trees. If you know me and my OGs, then you know we don't trust police. And like IA in the streets, with the people with a heartbeat. Be careful, the streets are heartless, it'll leave you without a heartbeat. We go back like car seats and babies with bottles. If you insecto, get the hell out, pa' fuera, no grato. We messed twice and cuts once, got no time for fake stunts. Just big cash, big planes, big booties and big blunts. Catch me out in Virginia with amigos and Hondas. Yo, acole me de la caña while smoking marijuana. Fumando con fulano while watching out for bajando. Caminando en el barrio, luchando por años. Hablo español pa' todo mi gente. This is algo único, something diferente.
This is something for the street.
Pa' la calle,
We bringing you something unique.
en la casa,
This is the way we get down.
en la playa,
We come to your city or town.
en la troca,
This is something for the street.
pa' la calle,
We bringing you something unique.
en la casa,
This is the way we get down.
en la playa,
We come to your city or town.
en la troca,
This is something for the street.
pa' la calle,
We bringing you something unique.
en la casa,
This is the way we get down.
en la playa,
We come to your city or town.
en la troca,
This is something for the street.
pa' la calle,
We bringing you something unique.
en la casa,
This is the way we get down.
en la playa,
We come to your city or town.
en la troca,
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm not a critic. I'll start off with that.
Alright.
But that being said, I like the upbeat nature of it. It had a light, like a light bounce to it, but it had I want to say like a thuggy cadence. You know what I mean? Like it had that street cadence. You know what I mean? Like that's deep. Like I haven't heard any instrumentals like that. You know what I mean? I have like 80, 90 gigabytes of music, and that's MP3s mostly. And like that production, I have never heard like those kinds of instruments played the way this producer put them together. You know what I mean?
I produced that actually, but I sampled the Beatles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I sampled the Beatles, but I put that together.
Okay.
And I did the drums and you know what I'm saying? I looped it, you know, I'm nice with the loops. And I added the drums, and my man E-Rex, aka Mr. Scratch Hook, went ahead and EQ'd the drums and everything. I added the fullness and the body to it. Brought out the snares and you know everything and the kicks, and we just you know I said this is how I want the hook to go. Actually the person who sang on the song was Thurston Howe's daughter.
Really?
It was wild because he said, he said, she's coming home from school right now. He was like, after she gets done with school, I'm gonna have her go ahead and write the drum. I was like, all right, cool. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a family thing. Like the whole family, us, we all did that, and you know, I consider him family. You know, he's friends with my mom on Facebook, bro.
Oh shit, dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we all peoples. You know what I'm saying? We all peoples.
Okay. That's what's up. That's good, man. Like, I like being able to break bread with the people I work with. You know what I mean? It makes it less like work, kind of thing. Yeah.
Definitely. I appreciate your critique, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's real. Like, that's the first time I've heard it. That's, you know what I mean, genuine. Like, I was vibing. I'm just like, okay, like, sitting down on your couch. Don't even worry about it. But I'm just like, I could hear that. I could hear that in the club. You know what I mean? I could hear that in the car. I could hear that on the radio, even. I don't think I didn't hear any swearing, and if it was in Spanish, so I don't think many people would know what it was. So
I think I just said get the hell out. I think that was the only thing I said. Just get the
okay,
hell out. That was in English.
there you go. So
I think that's a hit. Now, you know what? I gotta look through the clean version to see if there's a difference. So I could proofread the dirty version. It's you know, it's easier to just listen to the clean version to see if there's any difference. Cause you know I'm always buzzing shit. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna see, cause that's a single I chose anyway for the campaign. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
you have a video in the works for that?
Actually, I do. I'm in the work of accumulating funds for that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm in the works of that. You know what I'm saying? As well as a couple more videos. I'm gonna do a video for a song that I did called Gandules, which is something that was produced by Domingo, the world famous Domingo, who also produced The Dream Shatterer for Big Pun. And he produced Success for Fat Joe, and he also did stuff for Coogee Rap, and I'm name dropping, and KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I was honored to have him on the album. He actually did 2 tracks on my album, but I'm doing one video for that, and then another song that I'm doing. It's undecided. You know what I'm saying? It's up in the air right now.
Okay. That's what's up. Yeah, no, like when you get that video up, let me know, and we could even run it on here like we just did that one, the sound track. Cause yeah, that's
Definitely tag you in it. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely tag you in it and shoot it to you over the phone or however. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely Palakaye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it my mark to use that phrase as often as possible, yo.
Yeah.
What's that for? Palakaye? What? Palakaye. Yeah, man. And you know what? I think the community cookout that I just did was definitely Palakaye. We got the corporations doing everything to line their pockets, but I was just like, yo, come out, let's get together, let's cook, let's listen to some music, let's jam, let's vibe. And I can't wait until the next one. There was a meme. I don't ever remember being memed before. Well, no, I've been memed before, and usually it's positive. But like when the party that we held got memed, I was just like that. It felt like another degree of success to me. It was like something I put my energy into came out better than anticipated. Everybody enjoyed it, and they want more. What more is there to say?
Yeah, what more could we ask for?
You know what I mean? No cops, no complaints. That's
success.
That you feel me though?
Yeah.
And like I hate to say it, but as a brother, having a party, cops, no complaints.
No cops, no complaints, no fights.
No fights. The kids were well behaved. Like
and kids had fun.
Kids had fun, fam. Like
everybody had fun. That's
yeah. You know, the kids are having fun. The parents are having fun because they're not worried about the kids. You know. So
yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's just a problem. You know what I'm saying? We fight each other so much because it's poverty. You know what I'm saying? I think that 99% of our problems could be fixed if we eradicate poverty. You know what I'm saying? Because then you would have education.
Yep.
Class would step up.
Yep.
And within certain individuals in our community who choose to be degenerates, their class would step up. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is eradicate poverty, man, and that's why there is a generational wealth gap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep, it's true, and it's like we got a lot of people out there rapping about their cars and rapping about their bars and talking about how they run around acting sick as SARS, but we don't have a lot of people saying, I'll even quote myself, get some property, wait, get some gold and keep it properly. Wait, build on your property. Wait, maintain the property of your estate. Wait, should have called the song Wait. Those are things that appreciate when you purchase them. You know what I mean?
Word.
That right there, that 8-bar section right there. If you know what I mean, if most people were to apply those kinds of lyrics, you know what I mean, and that's not to discredit anybody, but like just to point out the whole group of people that are listening to them and wearing or conducting themselves in a derogatory or degradational,
Yeah, the
degrading
great way.
manner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be that way.
exactly.
I was doing a podcast with someone. I was doing an open forum podcast called Silence is Not an Option. It was CandidConversations. I think it was like our 2-year anniversary or something like that. And Mindbender, he brought up a good point. He said, why are we fighting for why are we fighting for that word? And we all know what word I'm talking about because I'm the one saying it, but not saying it. So why are we fighting over that word? You don't hear Jews fighting over that word, their word, or the word that the derogatory term that describes them. You don't hear Chinese fighting over the derogatory term that describes them. You don't hear from the Spanish. You don't hear from anybody else. So why do we want to be referred to as that term? I was like, you're right. That's part of the reason I don't use it in my lyrics. But you're right. Like,
can I say something? Like, frankly,
speak freely.
I have friends that use the word. They've been taught, like they've literally had the word beat into them from childhood through abuse. And they see that like you have to be N-word in order to be human for them to like actually identify with you as a human being. Like you have to be on that level of existence in order for them to identify with you as a human being. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was never raised with that word, and I'm sure as a Jamaican you were never raised with that either.
No, bro. I didn't even say F words because it sounded too close. Any F word I could use still sounded too close to that F word that I shouldn't be using.
You know, and I was raised by an African American mother who was raised from a mother from the South.
Oof.
Who the South of Maryland and Virginia, and you know they were from the civil rights era, where you know they have very good manners and customs, and they would never call themselves that unless you know they would call somebody that in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? So I was taught never to use that word, especially because the way I grew up looking. That would just cause problems for me. And I kind of was discouraged to say that by my peers. What I wanted to say is that it makes the dominant society look bad when we really look at the reason why we fight over that word, because it's all that we have. It's all that we were given. And it makes the dominant society look like shit for that.
Yeah.
We don't have generational wealth.
Not in abundance.
We don't have proper infrastructure. And you know what I'm saying, our own industry, because of integration, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's
so
and that's the thing, and acceptance.
So for them to admit, for the dominant white society to admit that they haven't given us anything and that they owe us something, it would incline them morally to have to, even by example, to other countries. But they're such bullies and in power that they can't do that. And I'm not saying that most white people, but I'm saying white supremacists that are in power, that run this country systematically, they're not having it.
Yeah, no, they
never intended to, and they never will.
And that's why we have to use what we have available to us to improve and empower ourselves, because we're not going to get that from anybody else. You know what I mean? I think it was Cameron that said, well, I'm sure other people said it too, but Cameron said, no one's going to pay you as well as you can pay yourself. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's like I don't. Sometimes it's like I you know, it's like you. I don't know, man. I really can't explain it, bro. It's just like it's introspective, but it's also looking at it objectively from the outside looking in,
Okay.
and you seeing what's wrong with it. But it's like, how do I change it when I'm not the person who needs to be changed?
That's how
You know what I'm saying?
one. That I was at a point one time where it was like I was having a conversation about a situation involving me and a former associate who might watch this and get crotchety because I make a loose reference to something that happened in my own life. But I asked the mutual friend, I said, what am I supposed to do? Apologize for being a good friend?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother situation, bro. People take advantage of that shit. They take you for granted. You find out they've been playing games the whole time, and you start to realize who they are. You know, and it's a lesson that you learn. It makes you appreciate the people who are there for you in your life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Who really do care for you, and only want good for you. They don't want nothing from you. They don't want to use you for your skills, your money, your labor, your status, your association, your talents. Nothing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Your sympathy, nothing. They just want you to be all right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta shout out the wife injure. You know what I mean? Because
and that's why I fucks with MJ. And that's why I fucks with my man DJ E-Rex. And that's why I fucks with Thurston How the Third. And you know, honestly, I see that kindred spirit in you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want to let you know that I wish nothing but the best for you. And I'm glad that you had me on the show, man.
I'm humbled and I appreciate your time and the fact that you came out here to share, you know what I mean, some of your life experience with me and all of that. You got to share the track. Check out Mike Mountain Palakaye, PA space LA space CALLE on YouTube. It's like the track is a good vibe, man. I can't wait until December 4th when we get to jump into, you know, the whole, like, more of the catalog. You can send that to me, exposethenorth@gmail.com. Let me pull this up. I'm at 93% full on my my drive. My Google Drive is getting full, but I'm gonna empty that out. I just emptied. Oh, that's what I had to do. I emptied some stuff out, but I put it in the bin and I didn't trash it. So yeah, exposethenorth@gmail.com. You can forward me however many tracks that you wanna, you know, have featured. The more, the better. It runs like a usual. It usually runs about a half an hour. Okay, I think I figured out what it is with this. I think, yeah. Yep. Okay, I downloaded that and I put it on the thing, so I'm gonna have to delete all of this. Forgive me. You know what it's like when you run the business. You got to do whatever pops up when it pops up, or else you might not get it done.
And I want to say something else to people.
Yeah.
Anybody that got a problem with me, you don't got a problem with me. Your problem is your father's ineffectiveness to properly communicate with your mother. That's your problem. You don't have a problem with me. Shout out to A. Rashid. I'm out. Fuck y'all. No, I'm just playing. Peace.
Oh man. Oh, that was great. That was great. Oh man. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, remove.
Nah, man, I
That
had a
was great.
blast, man. I had a blast, brother.
That was a great close. That was such a. That was such a. I'm like, my dude's about to close out like that. God damn. Okay. That was good though. That was solid. Okay. Well, yeah, man. I had a good time out here as well. You know what I mean? It's been a blast. Mike Mountain, ladies and gentlemen. Check out his album. What's the name of your album again?
Mas Piraguas. That's MASPIRAGUA. Piragua. Mas Piragua.
Check that out.
By Mike Mountain. And y'all can check me out if y'all don't know how to spell that. Just go to MikeMountain.com. That's MikeMountain.com. MikeMountain.com. AIN.com. Damn, I'm fucking up. MikeMountain.com.
MikeMountain.com. Check it out. Mike, like the microphone, shortened. Mountain.com. Man, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Hang on while we end the stream, and we'll chop it up a little bit more, coordinate, and see, talk
Definitely.
about what's coming next. All right, for those of y'all who've been watching, appreciate love the energy. Christy Hales will be syndicating this on Liquid Fire Radio if you didn't hear it live on one of my 15 channels. So check us out. You know where I'll be at this Saturday. I have who do I have on this Saturday? Let's see. I have that's October the 16th. I have Chadio on. Yeah, I have Chadio on. So we're gonna talk and see how that goes. Tune in. Bless up. We out.